Welcome back, everyone. In this episode we are going to strip the bike of its electrical systems. So obviously that includes the tail light, the battery, the main harness, all of the relays and the rectifier, the fuses, all of the switch gear. We'll take that off. We'll take the instrument cluster off. So yeah, we're going to completely gut it of everything electrical. There will be nothing electrical left on it after this episode. Alright, so first things first, when it comes to safety, working on the electrical systems, we disconnect the battery. Always disconnect the battery whenever you're working on the electrical system. Doesn't matter whether it's plug and play or not. Disconnect the battery. Obviously, I already had the battery disconnected from when we removed some of the plugs from taking the motor out. Okay, but I want to show you what it is. Basically, there's two flaps, two screws to hold the plates down. That's your connection. Alright, so we'll get them out of the way so they don't touch the battery. Now, to remove the battery, see it's held in by the rubber strap. Slide that over, pull it up, and remove. There you have it. The battery's out. Once you've removed the battery, make sure you place it somewhere safe and out of the way so that nothing can possibly short out the circuit, short out the terminals, sorry, or knock it. It can't fall, anything like that. Just keep it safe. As you would have seen if you've watched the engine removal videos, before you remove everything, put a note on it. Note what it is, where it goes, how it was connected. That way, when you go to put everything back together again, you're going to have these nice little notes on it. They're going to be nice little memory joggers, and it will just make the job a lot easier. A lot easier for you guys. Alright? So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the entirety of the bike and do just that. Then we'll do a snapshot of everything unplugged and labelled up. I'll show you a little bit of disconnecting or removing the harness from the bike. Alright, so gone through and labelled everything. I haven't bothered doing the rear indicators because I know that they're the rear indicators, and because I'm not actually entirely sure which way they go. I will figure it out, but that's alright. You got the brake light. See, the brake light. Then you got the rectifier cable, rear brake switch. I guess to the starter motor relay. That is the starter motor relay. This goes to this little Nippon relay. Think of the word. Fuse box, top and bottom. Fuse box. That's the neutral switch from the motor. That's kickstand switch cables for the kickstand. And we've got these two, which I've labelled Denso left and right. They go into that, which has got Denso written on it, so that can be Denso left and right. Then we have this cluster of mess, which is right controls, then left controls, and ignition. So yeah, ignition, left control bottom or back, left control front, easy enough. Then we have the right coil, green in the top, the fan switch, fan plug, which we unplugged before when we removed the radiator, the right indicator cable, we have the horn with the black cable in the left of the bike, the cluster plugs, and we have the left coil with the black on the top, and we have temperature sensor, which we unplugged when we did the radiator, the oil pressure switch, which you probably can't see much of, but we unplugged that when we did the motor, and that's the active or positive of the battery, which I haven't bothered to mark because, well, I know it's the active for the battery, the positive for the battery. So now what we're going to do is take everything off the bike and go through, unplug it all. Alright, so just you wait for that. Here we go. I missed taking off that, and I haven't put a label on that because I didn't see it. It was tucked up under there. Now, here we have the loom for this bike. Alright. Unfortunately, while I was doing this, I ran out of electrical tape. So I started using masking tape. Okay? Now, because I was using masking tape, I've unfortunately lost a label because it tore. But that's okay, because I know that this is Ride Control's front plug, which I will relabel that now. Alright, so now what we want to do is physically remove everything else. So we've got the rear brake light, the fuse box, the starter relay which is dangling down there, the rectifier there, the positive cable going to the starter relay, and the instrument cluster up there, the two coils and the horn which is up under there. So let's have a look at how we remove them. So rear brake light, really easy, those two nuts and that'll pop off. Rectifier, those two bolts, that'll come away. This tyre assembly will take out the rear brake reservoir, which we want to take off anyway because we're going to drain everything. The fuse box, that relay, this relay will come out when we take off the airbox, and the cable will slide out from underneath there because there's two bolts there. Need to be undone so that we can get this big knobbly head out. This Denso unit is nice and simple. Voila, that's out. The coils will be that bolt and that bolt, identical for the other side, of course. Then for the horn, we have that nut there, and the instrument cluster. We have that nut, that nut, that nut, and the speedo cable, which we will undo from here simply by unscrewing that and pulling that out. That's the speedo cable unplugged. Then it's that little nut and bolt, and then it'll come out and go up into there. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so this is how the bike is looking with all that electrical stuff removed. When I took the two screws out, bolts out, the airbox just fell out. So yeah, that's how you remove the airbox. Take the battery out and then disconnect to take those two bolts out. Sweet. And yeah, so it's looking very bare, which is good. Getting there, tearing it all down, and then I'm gonna rebuild it all. Yay! After I clean it all up and make it look new. alright. Well, this is the end of removing all of the electrical bits and bobs. So this is the bit where I say like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit me up on Facebook and check me out on Instagram as well. And ride safe, drive safe, stay safe. Catch you in the next video where we do more work on this thing, being the bike. Catch you later, guys. Peace!